Hello, everyone, and welcome to Positive Forward Motion. This is your host, Denise Scattergood, and I am so excited that you're listening in to today's episode because I think you're going to love it. Today's topic is love. I'm sure you would agree that we certainly use the word love very loosely, like, oh, I just love your shirt, or I love my car, or I love chocolate. And well, that's a good one to love, but let's stop and think about the word love and the actual power it holds. Because love has the power to heal, encourage, forgive, inspire, and connect us to ourselves and others. And today's message is a reminder that we can all solve problems, heal relationships, inspire ourselves and others through love and compassion. We live in a world where we can easily get caught up in drama, negativity, and anger and hatred. And with this being Valentine's week, it's a really good day today to remind ourselves to replace these emotions with positivity, love, and compassion. Think about how often you may let other people's nonsense affect you negatively. Do you let a bad driver, a rude waiter, an abrupt boss, an angry spouse, or maybe an insensitive coworker ruin your day? Learning to let go and let love overflow in both your personal and professional life will help you to be happier and more successful. Because the measure of our success is how quickly we can regroup and refocus from feelings of anger and bitterness and turn those to love and compassion. I want you to remember this, and I know you know this, but force met by force only adds negative energy to an already difficult situation. So, my challenge to you today and every day is to replace these bad feelings with love and kindness. And here's why. Hate and anger, they're dark words and they dig deep, dark, negative holes. Whereas love and kindness, they're bright words and they shine light. And man, love and kindness can move mountains. So today I'm going to give you 7 ways that you can practice adding more love into your life. Number 1. This is to practice self-love. And I think this is one of the most important. I want you to think about, how do you talk to yourself? And then ask yourself, if you had a friend talk to you the way that you sometimes talk to yourself, would you still let them be your friend? So be kind to yourself. Forgive your past mistakes. Leave them back there. They're in the past. Love your uniqueness because that's what makes you special and different than everyone else. Because life sure would be boring if we're all the same. And did you know there's scientific proof that positive affirmations that we give ourselves help to purify our thoughts and restructure the dynamic of our brains so that we truly begin to think that nothing is impossible. And when we think nothing is impossible, what we're telling ourselves is that we are possible, so we can move confidently into the direction of our goals and dreams. Number 2, learn to love your problems. That's right. Love and embrace your problems because without problems, there's no progress. So decide to be bigger than your problems because when you learn to embrace and handle big problems, let's say especially those at work, what happens is your responsibilities will increase, which will inevitably lead to being paid more and promoted faster. So learn to love and become a great problem solver. Number 3, love your enemies. And I know this one can be tough because, man, when someone does us wrong, our natural reaction can just be to get back at them and revenge. And when we take this position of kindness and love, you might think that you're considered weak. And it's actually just the opposite. When you decide to not let others change you and make you angry and bitter, you are actually growing stronger, not weaker. So don't allow yourself to be lowered to another's standards. Instead, learn from your enemies and remember your enemies can teach you how not to be. Number 4, Love your competitors. Professionally and personally, competition is good for us. Without it, how would we grow? So, if someone is stronger, better, faster, and more successful than you, then love them and learn from them rather than be a hater. Surround yourself with people better than you so you can learn and grow. And let me tell you what, when you learn and grow and get better, then please remember to stay humble and turn around and help the next person in line. Number 5, heal with love, not force. Whether you're suffering from illness or maybe it's a broken heart, rather than wake up angry, disappointed, and bitter thinking, why me? Remember to spend time being grateful for another day that you have on this earth to heal, love, and learn. This approach will attract loving, caring, and positive people into your life, which is exactly what you need, especially during trying times. Number 6, love unconditionally and without expectations. Unconditional love is caring about the happiness of another person without any thought for what might be in it for you. When you openly and honestly give yourself, whether it be your time, knowledge, or possessions, you will receive way more than you give, and I can promise you that. And number 7 is to practice daily gratitude. No matter what your circumstances, as dark as they can seem at times, there is always something worth appreciating. And remember, without the dark, we would not appreciate the light. So oftentimes, the most important times to be grateful are during those dark, most difficult times. So gratitude is a powerful, positive emotion that will fill our hearts with love. And you know, someday we're all going to leave this earth. And I want you to think about, how do you want to be remembered? Do you want others to remember how happy, kind, loving, thoughtful, compassionate, and positive you were? Or do you want to be remembered as that sad, angry, bitter, hateful person with a bad attitude? I'm going to tell you, the choice is yours, and I sure hope you choose wisely. Love creates strength and courage. With love, there is always hope. I believe love always wins. Thank you for listening to this week's episode. I hope you found today's message valuable, and if you did, please share the love with others. You can download, share, rate, and review this podcast through iTunes, Spotify, or go to my website, denisescattergood.com. As always, I'm wishing you continued success both personally and professionally, and remember to keep up the positive forward motion.